After months of bitter, intense battles, Armageddon seemed to put a bookmark in the chapter of Triple H and Shawn Michaels. But there was certainly no rest for the weary. Just as the Game and HBK were at their most vulnerable, other superstars were making their play to capitalize.
HBK really does stand for Has Been Kid.
Chris Jericho set his sights on ending the career of his childhood hero, Shawn Michaels. Meanwhile, Booker T challenged Triple H for the coveted World Heavyweight Championship.
Triple H may be looking at the next heavyweight champion of the world.
Both rivalries would culminate in two epic encounters at WrestleMania 19.
Michaels with a roll-up. Yes! Pedigree! Yes! And it's over.
But it wasn't until the night after WrestleMania that the Game and HBK would cross paths again, granting a voice of reason to emerge from the shadows.
You guys are my friends! We gotta get this together!
You gotta know something, man. It ain't never gonna be over between me and Shawn Michaels. You've gotta make a choice. It's either him or me.
Triple H, defiant in his ways, refused to see the light, and tensions would again flare.
Thank goodness for Nate and Jericho. They stopped Shawn Michaels at the very, very last second. Kevin Nash. Triple H is trying to explain to Nash that Shawn Michaels kicked Triple H. What? What the hell is that about? There's got to be a method to the madness of the game.
In the backlash of the destruction, Triple H and Shawn Michaels would be joined by four top contenders in a 3-on-3 six-man tag team matchup.
What a night it's gonna be Sunday at Backlash!
The following contest is a six-man tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing 227 pounds, Chris Jericho.
So many personal issues here tonight, especially with this man, Chris Jericho.
Well, let me tell you, Cole, it takes a king to know a king, and Chris Jericho is now called the King of the World. And that's one king that wants to put a stop to the showstopper in this match tonight.
From Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing 234 pounds, Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
It's Nate, one of the greatest of all time, a 16-time world champion.
Wait a minute, Cole. Only his close personal friends like me and Triple H can call him Nate. You have to call him Nature Boy Ric Flair.
From Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing 272 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, Triple H.
When you are the World Heavyweight Champion, you're the very best. This man has made a career of proving people wrong. And Triple H said it earlier. He's going after Kevin Nash here tonight. Make no bones about it.
Oh, and what a confrontation that could prove to be. But I don't know. Even if I were Triple H, I might not be too anxious to go after the likes of Kevin Nash.
Introducing from Houston, Texas, weighing 256 pounds, Booker T.
Well, Booker T came within an eyelash of coming to Backlash as the World Heavyweight Champion, nearly defeating the game last Monday night on Raw. What kind of a mood is Booker T in here tonight?
Well, you talked about an eyelash. All you got to do is look at Booker T's eyes. That'll tell you what kind of mood he's in.
From San Antonio, Texas, weighing 225 pounds, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels, quite possibly in the best shape of his career, the showstopper.
Well, you call him the showstopper. Some people call him the spotlight stealer. And right now, he's in the spotlight, that's for sure.
From Detroit, Michigan, weighing 305 pounds, Kevin Nash.
King, Kevin Nash has not been in the ring in a match in a long time. But tonight, Kevin Nash looks focused, looks ready, and he's got his eyes dead set on his former best friend, but now nemesis, Triple H.
Well, you're right about that, Cole. Kevin Nash looks as good as he's ever looked.
Think about the dichotomy of this match, King. On one side, there you see Booker T, but Shawn Michaels and Kevin Nash. And the relationship they've had with that man, Triple H, over the years, and it's come down to this here tonight.
Yeah, Kevin Nash has come back, and he wants to get his hands on Triple H, but look at this. Triple H wants none of Big Sexy, does he?
Jericho in, and here comes Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels with a little mocking of the Nature Boy Ric Flair there before this match gets underway. Here they go.
This is going to be a good one.
King, when you talk about all six of these men, all of them have at one point in their career been at the very top.
Oh, without a doubt. And probably the longest man at the top is Nate, Ric Flair, World Heavyweight Champion for years and years and years. And Triple H, World Heavyweight Champion now. He's been at the top of his game for years, too. But you're right about another thing, Cole. Every one of these guys is a true superstar in every sense of the word.
All six of these men used to being in the spotlight, used to be in the middle of it all.
I want to talk about the proper strategy for any kind of tag team match. Let's face it, you want to target one individual opponent. You want to wear him down, make the constant tags, get a fresh man in, and wear your opponent down. That's classic tag team wrestling.
And King, we've got superstars in the ring tonight who are extremely seasoned performers.
Wow! Well, going to the top, high risk. Look out! He scored with that one. I mean, there is nothing like seeing somebody go flying through the air. The tide has turned again. They're going to fight to the end. And now he's back out on the apron.
King, we've talked about being a team and not competing as individuals, but with so many egos in this match and so many guys wanting to go after one other guy, is that even possible?
Who knows? I mean, Cole, you have to look at these six individuals and tell me, who do you think has the biggest ego?
To answer your question, it's hard to say who has the biggest ego among these six superstars, but if I had to pick, I pick Triple H, the game. He's the best there is, and he will be the first one to tell you that.
Wait a minute, Triple H? Really? Come on, it has to be Shawn Michaels. I mean, his ego applied for statehood one time. Or what about Kevin Nash? His ego has its own zip code. The knee. Is chipping away.
He almost took his head off with that lariat. King with 6 men in and around the ring at all times. Trouble could come from any direction. Needless to say, the referee has a lot on his hands tonight.
Wow, that's putting it mildly, Cole. This would have been a good match to have 2 or even 3 referees.
And he's heading back in.
Big Daddy Cool. Let's see what he's got. As you said before the match, he hadn't been in the ring competing in a long, long time.
Well, that's true, but Kevin Nash still looks to be in prime condition, King.
Certainly one thing we know hasn't changed is that Big Daddy Cool still has that strength.
The question with Kevin Nash coming in tonight was, having only come back a few weeks ago, would ring rust be an issue?
Oh, you do not get up from that. We got a cover. 1, 2, kick out, and he almost had him.
We have to focus a little bit on Shawn Michaels, Kevin Nash, and Triple H, their relationship, how close these 3 men used to be.
Well, everybody knows about them. I mean, about that history. Those 3 men were like brothers, Cole.
Well, maybe at one point, Kevin Nash, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H were like brothers, King, like you said. But that was pedigree. The game's going to do it.
You look at Kevin Nash and that size of his, and you know what they say. There's a cover, and he kicks out.
I can't believe everything that's transpired thus far. It's been so physical.
And he finally gets out of the ring. Why has he got his opponent? What's he going for here?
He almost took his head off with that lariat.
Booker T has got to be fired up. He's had issues with all 3 of these men at one time or another. Nate, Chris Jericho, and Triple H.
Well, especially Triple H. Booker T has big-time recent issues with the game after nearly becoming the World Heavyweight Champion less than a week ago.
And if you talk about Booker T and Triple H, their backgrounds couldn't be more opposite. The lives they've come from to get to where they are today are poles apart. Booker T from the mean streets and Triple H from a place of privilege.
Booker T, so athletic. We all know about his past, but the fact is that he is here now, and Booker T is obviously one of the elite superstars in WWE.
Yeah, but the problem I have with him is that Booker T is a known lawbreaker. I mean, he has no respect for the rules whatsoever.
Well, sounds to me like he's the best kind of teammate you could have.
Looks like somebody wants back in this match. Oh, well, nice reversal.
He's seen enough. Here he comes.
Shawn Michaels gets out of that one. Nice move.
And the offensive display by Shawn Michaels.
What a reversal. Nice backbreaker.
Rolling out of harm's way. Smart strategy there. He almost took his head off with that lariat. Triple H looking to finish spine buster. The game could be moments away from ending this. Here goes Triple H.
I don't know how much longer he's going to be able to go. There's the pin. Can his opponent kick out?
No, he kicks out at 2. Triple H setting it up. What a maneuver. pulls out, buying himself some breathing room.
Triple H coming into this match as the World Heavyweight Champion and probably the most feared man in the WWE right now.
That World Heavyweight Championship is a title the game won a little over 2 months ago at No Way Out, and is staunchly defended ever since.
And Triple H has been competing with the confidence of a champion. He doesn't believe there's anybody that can touch him right now. What's the game going to do here?
Great moves.
This could do it. 2, 3.
That's it. Triple H got it.
The World Heavyweight Champion and his team are victorious. Triple H, he's always thinking. He's always got an equalizer. I mean, he's always got backup.
Triple H again proving why he's the cerebral assassin king, why he's the World Heavyweight Champion, doing whatever it takes to stay on top, doing whatever it takes to remain the very best. And if Kevin Nash wasn't angry before, he's angry now.
Not a power bomb for... Oh, sledgehammer!
Coming off a grueling title defense, Triple H was steadily building his legacy as one of the greatest World Heavyweight Champions in WWE history. The following night on Raw, the game looked to take the night off. However, Stone Cold Steve Austin had other plans.
You can pick your own opponent tonight, as long as that opponent is a former world champion. I'll wrestle the greatest former world heavyweight champion of all time, Ric Flair.
What?
I'm overwhelmed. I mean, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened in my entire life. The best versus the best, just like we talked about.
I chose you to stick it up Austin's ass. I chose you not because you're Ric Flair. I chose you because you're Ric Flair. You'll lay down.
With Ric Flair's integrity at stake, Shawn Michaels paid Flair a visit to remind him who he was and give the dirtiest player in the game his confidence back.
Do you really think I can go out there and beat a guy like Triple H right now?
I know you can do it.
Where's Flair getting this from?
After what I saw you do to Triple H,
Look at these shots by Flair.
I am here to tell you that you, Ric Flair, were, are, and will always be the greatest wrestler in the world. And I just want to know if I'm in the same league with Ric Flair.
You, Michaels, will always be a Ric Flair wannabe.
He just took it from Shawn Michaels.
I am not the little boy watching my idol. I am a Heartbreak Kid, the showstopper. You didn't pass the torch to me. I took it from you.
Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, and Bad Blood. The dream match, perhaps of all time.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 234 pounds, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair!
People ask, who do you think is the greatest champion of all time? To me, it's a toss-up. It's either Ric Flair or Shawn Michaels. Flair dominated the 80s as no one has ever dominated a decade. Shawn Michaels dominated the 90s. It took what Flair had done to another level.
Well, there have been a lot of guys who've wanted to be like Ric Flair.
And from San Antonio, Texas, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
From just down the road in San Antonio, Shawn Michaels has made his way here to Houston.
Well, you said it before, Cole. Nobody dominated the 80s like Nate, Ric Flair. And nobody dominated the 90s like Shawn Michaels. But you know what? This is 2003. Who's going to dominate tonight?
We can think back to the last 20 years and some of the greatest five-star matches and Match of the Year candidates, and one common denominator is that they usually had either Ric Flair or Shawn Michaels in them.
And that's why this match is almost guaranteed to be special. I love it.
The Texas crowd does too, King. The cheers for HBK already starting up from his home state fans. But you can hear that Flair has his cult following too, as always.
Oh, that elbow's gotta hurt.
What a kick that was.
Into the collar and elbow tie-up. Only one can come out ahead. Ric Flair is taking complete and total control of this match. DDT.
He drops the elbow.
Shawn Michaels might be as athletic a superstar as we have in WWE today.
And that's always the one thing to watch out for in a Shawn Michaels match. With his athleticism, HBK has the ability to dictate the pace of a match, like a fast-break basketball team.
Well, that's if he gets going, Cole. Ric Flair is doing everything he can to prevent Shawn Michaels from getting any kind of momentum in this match. Woo! Well, in the events leading up to this match, Shawn Michaels brought tears to Nature Boy's eyes by telling him how he idolized Ric Flair, nearly worshipped Ric Flair.
But King, Shawn eventually got stabbed in the back by Ric Flair.
Wait a minute, as for Michaels being stabbed in the back, that was just typical Nature Boy. If Shawn Michaels really idolized Flair like he said he did, he should have expected it from the dirtiest player in the game.
Just because HBK should have seen it coming doesn't make it right.
Uh-oh. What's Ric Flair going to do now? Oh, that's devastating. Oh, man. Ric Flair is a force within the ring. This one hurts the worst.
Yeah, let's see if he's going to tap out like King does on a daily basis.
The one thing Ric Flair wants to do here tonight is negate the speed and quickness advantage that Shawn Michaels has over him, and it looks like he may be doing it.
Well, even if Shawn Michaels is quicker and faster than the Nature Boy, he'll never have the arsenal of moves that Nate has.
Maybe he doesn't need that arsenal, King, as agile and athletic as Shawn Michaels is.
I just don't think that Shawn Michaels can handle the Nature Boy. But you know what? There's no shame at all in losing to Ric Flair.
No shame at all. Lots of guys have done it. But HBK is still fighting, and this Texas crowd is trying to will Shawn Michaels back into this thing.
Well, good luck, because this is textbook Ric Flair. Hopefully some of the youngsters in the locker room are taking notes. Ow! Man, that one rocked him. Uh-oh, look at this. Oh, trying to put him away. What a maneuver. Woo, checked it. Oh, look at this. Ric Flair with a figure four, but no.
Shoved right into the official. And now Shawn Michaels is ready to go. And he's tuning up the band for some sweet chin music on Nate.
Look out, Nature Boy.
And he connects. Who the heck? Randy Orton
with a steel chair to the back of Shawn Michaels. And look at this, he's putting Nature Boy on top of HBK.
The youngest member of Evolution.
Are you kidding?
Helping
the referee.
out his buddy Flair.
And there's the 3 count. I can't believe this, Cole.
No, I can't. That's the way these guys operate.
The Nature Boy, Ric Flair, he's almost unconscious. There's no way he could have won this match over Shawn Michaels without the help of Randy Orton. Ric Flair can barely stand, but Shawn Michaels is out.
Orton paying dividends.